GM everyone, Lacey here from Metaintro, back to you with another episode of me highlighting jobs that I'm seeing in the Web3 space and in the Metaintro community. Today I'm doing something a little bit different with this video. I am going to show you how I would apply to a job that I'm interested in. And I'm going to break down a little bit of tips and tricks on how to make a resume stand out. That's not super heavy lift, in that you could apply to tons of resumes and tons of jobs that you'll be applying to during your job search journey. So today I have two jobs for you. One is super high paying. The other one, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll do some investigative research to figure out a salary range. And let's dive in. So the very first job that I have for you today is a product designer job at Nansen. Nansen is an analytics platform. They're fairly large and they're a really trusted name in the industry. A little bit about this role. Of course, this link to this JD is in the job description below, but a little bit about this role. It's a remote position, APAC or EMEA. I don't know what the name for that would be. We'll just stick with EMEA, European region. About this role, they're looking for an experienced product designer to work on their flagship product. Hold on, need a little bit of coffee first. Right. They're looking for somebody who has an attention to detail and enthusiasm for the UX, yada, yada, yada. Key responsibilities for this role, you'll be collaborating with product managers, engineers, fellow designers. You get some hands-on opportunity with the engineers. So you'll be working closely with engineering and product team to build and refine their product. Some requirements for this role to consider before you are applying: previous experience in a product design role, a portfolio of work that demonstrates a strong UI UX design skills, as well as a taste for modern product aesthetics, ability to confidently present your ideas, interest in the crypto and Web3 space, although not mandatory. So I think that bullet point is super important. If you do not have any Web3 experience, but you have a strong interest in it, and you do have a background in design and product design, this is a role that you should definitely still apply to. Don't be fearful of applying if you don't have any experience in the industry. What they offer: competitive salary and equity package, remote work environment, the opportunity to work from their tech hubs, flight and accommodation paid for, awesome. Singapore, Lisbon, Bangkok, and London, and collaborative and supportive company culture, opportunities for personal and professional growth. So we don't know what the salary range is on this, but there's a few things we can do here together to figure that out. So we're going to go to Glassdoor. And we're going to check out their reviews. They have some good reviews. They have 39 reviews, not a ton, but we can make do. Maybe we can find some interesting tidbits out. We're going to go to most recent. This is back in November. Good company, great place to work for in the industry. This was a year ago. Oh, no, this was in October. I feel like they went through layoffs. I could be wrong. So this was an angry employee. But overall, great reviews. Could be a great place to work. Let's see, salaries. Scroll down. All right, so we see salaries right here: data engineer, sales, and engineer. So we don't know what the salary range is going to be for this role, but you want to go into these interviews prepared with a salary range, just in case an interview asks you what your salary expectations are. So we could do this. Let's go back to Google. And let's do salary range for a product designer. I have a feeling that this will be comp to other companies within the tech industry. I don't think it would be any different in the crypto space. I could be wrong, but just based on the data that I see day in, day out, I feel like a product designer role in the crypto space uh, isn't inflated. It's going to be on par with other industries. So let's see here. Oh, Glassdoor. So obviously this is going to be a big range, 81 to 126. I feel like I just saw 126,000 a year. It's from Meta. Um, I think it's just going to be based on your experience. So if you've been a product designer, you can see all of these salaries right here. If you've been a product designer in Web 2, and this is your first time applying to a job in Web 3, I would take the salary that you had in Web 2 as consideration or base or comp for this new role. So here, I mean, these are all really big companies. These are public companies as well. 200,000, 200, I'm seeing a lot of 200,000s. So, and if you're not entirely sure when an interviewer asks you what's your target salary for your next opportunity, you can always, and you're not, and you don't want to lowball yourself. You don't want to go too high, which, is always a scary thing to do because you don't want the recruiter to immediately write you off. You could always say you're flexible and then instead ask a question back and say, what was this salary range you had in mind for this role? And the interviewer will most likely have a range in pocket and they'll be able to give it to you. And if it's within range, great. If it's not, be honest up front, if it's too low or if it's too high, that's a good problem to have. But if it's too low, I would respond back with, what you were hoping to have the range be in, because you never know. Putting yourself out there, setting expectations could be a good thing. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and drop this JD in the link or in the description. I'm going to drop this JD's link in the description below. And if you end up applying, let me know. All right, moving on to the next one. I have a product marketing manager role at Trust Machines. I'm not super familiar with who Trust Machines is as a company. So we'll do a little bit of investigative research first. But what I really wanted to focus on for this JD is to show you how I would take keywords out of this job description and put it into my resume so that this way, when I submit it, it says all of the right things that are honest and true. Hopefully, I'm not a product marketing manager, but like in theory, if I was, obviously you want your resume to be true, but how to take keywords out of this JD and make sure that they align with my resume is what I'm going to show you. So first, not entirely sure who Trust Machines is, but it looks like they're hyperlinked. They're building a decentralized economy on Bitcoin. What does that mean? Trust Machines is building a large ecosystem of Bitcoin applications to maximize the value of the Bitcoin network. They're layer agnostic. They use Stacks, Lightning, DLC. Still not entirely sure like what that means. It's a base SNL1 with Bitcoin's L2s. We can scale Bitcoin transactions. Okay. And add new functionality like privacy and new cases. So if you're a Bitcoin maxi, bullish on Bitcoin, this could be a good company to go work for. About us, we develop products and technologies that enable value as decentralized. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. If you're from Trust Machines, I'm sorry. Have been founded by two Princeton computer scientists who are big Bitcoin believers. Just like I said, if you're a Bitcoin, you probably have to be a Bitcoin maxi to want to work for this company. And I can almost guarantee you that they're going to ask a ton of questions around that in your interview. And so I'm also going to show you how to make that stand out in your resume. So they're on a mission to unleashing the Bitcoin economy, market opportunities, and the founders. Oh, very nice. Missing a photo. Okay. Anyways, let's say this is a role that I want to apply to. What can I do to make my resume stand out? And this could go for like any product marketing manager role. I'm assuming that a lot of the key points that we're going to see in this JD is going to be similar to other product marketing manager roles. So um, you can probably keep a version of your resume titled product marketing manager and loosely apply it to other job descriptions. All right. So what I'm going to go and do, sometimes I use Bard, sometimes I use ChatGPT, some, and I'll use it for different reasons. Like I feel obviously this has to do with how I prompt, and I'm still improving my prompting skills. But sometimes I feel like when I prompt within ChatGPT, it sounds like ChatGPT versus Bard or Gemini. Now, it feels a little bit more um, real and human. So we're going to start with Gemini, and if I'm struggling with the prompt, then we'll move over to ChatGPT. But we'll start here today. So this is the resume that I'm working with. Meet me, or don't meet me. This is not my resume. It's Suki. And this is the resume that I've been using throughout this series, this playlist. And it's seen a ton of iterations, but in essence, this is a really good layout. Canva, great place to find resume templates, just an FYI. All right, so we already have her set as a Web3 product manager, and I want to tailor this resume to fit this JD specifically because Web3 product manager is not the same as a Web3 product marketing manager. So first, I'm going to leave this part out. I'm going to dive into the opportunity and what they're looking for. Oh, and we'd also like to see someone that does this. Okay. Also to note, I realized I didn't go through this JD. They offer pay transparency, 140 to 165K, which is great. Work from home policy, open vacation policy, 16 weeks of parental leave, and your choice of technical setup and development. That's great. All right, this is definitely a role I want to apply to. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to Gemini, and I'm going to say, what's based on this job description, what skills should I have listed in my resume? Give me bullet points of hard and soft skills that I should include. So this is the first thing that I'm going to do. So hang tight if you already feel like this is within your resume, because I'm going to move on and show you how to tailor your About Me section, which is also very important to this job opportunity. So soft skills, communication, collaboration, adaptability, customer focused, data driven, problem solving. Awesome. Product marketing. Let's see. Some hard skills you can add. I more so meant tools. So this looks like it's obviously important. SEO principles, that sounds like it's important. Some of these sound great. Technical skills, Bitcoin, or something like this would be good. Understanding of Web3 identities. I kind of want to compare this to ChatGPT to see what they say. So that's not exactly what I was looking to do. So we're going to take the same prompt. We're going to drop it in here. Let's see. And it's going to give me the same. Okay. Wow. It literally gave me the same. Okay. So the AI gods have spoken. So I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to, let's go back to Bard. And this is how I'm going to wrestle with it. So give me 1 or 2 word give me 10 skills that I should list in my resume that would be most important, because we want to narrow it down. And obviously, like it's saying, it depends on your actual background. So make sure you're being honest that you do actually have experience in this. Right here, you can see. And I would take some of this and I would put it right here. Yep. Let's see. Marketing analytics, SEO, campaign measurement. I would take all of this and I would put it right here. So now that because this is going to be a very important section for you, the second section that I do also want to call out, two more sections. Up here, where it says Web3 Product Manager, we're going to put Web3 Product Marketing Manager. And then here, this About Me section, we're going to do write a compelling About Me section for my resume based on that job description. Highlight that I am a Bitcoin. Let's see. All right, let's see what it does. So this is a really long About Me section. I should have been more specific. We're going to take this, maxi, make it one paragraph. Let's retry that. Here we go. Passionate Bitcoin maxi with 6+ years of experience. Obviously, make sure this is true. Ready to champion. I wouldn't put trust machines. I would put champion. Here, let's take this. We're going to put it in here. We're going to want to make this like just a tiny bit shorter. Ready to champion. Let's do like the Web3 industry. I thrive on crafting compelling narratives, driving growth through data-driven strategies, and building impactful product launches. Awesome. A seasoned collaborator with cross-functional experience, I excel at translating consumer insights into strategic marketing campaigns that acquire, engage, or retain users. Driven by the and then this part seems like it's like just too specific for this job description. So I would actually take this out because obviously you don't want to be making a new resume for every single job that you apply to because that's going to take a ton of time. And I don't think that's a good use of your time. Instead, I would try to still keep this general and specific at the same time. So that's what this does. And, you could take out the Bitcoin maxi part if you really wanted to only do one version of your resume. But if you really want this job, make sure to keep this in. So that is what I have for you today. I'm a little bit over time. And tomorrow, what I want to do is or in the next video, I want to show you how to align your professional experience section, your education section, maybe your contact section with job descriptions that I'm seeing to make sure that they're optimized, to make sure that they stand out, etc. So this is what I had for you today. The link to these two jobs are in the description below. If you want me to highlight different types of jobs within the Web3 space that are more applicable to you, make sure to comment them and I will make sure to do so. All right, everyone, until next time.